stood on the front porch of Jason's house, feeling a mix of excitement and nerves. Jason had always been the confident, charming guy the first admired from afar, and now I was about to spend the evening with him, alone. When he opened the door, his smile was warm and welcoming, making my heart skip a beat. "Hey, come on in," he said, stepping aside to let me in. I smiled, trying to steady my racing heart, and walked into his cozy home. We had planned to study for our upcoming exams, but it was hard to focus with Jason right next to me. As we spread our textbooks on the coffee table, a sudden storm rolled in, bringing heavy rain and loud thunder. I glanced nervously at the window, watching the rain beat against the glass. "Looks like the weather had other plans for us," Jason said with a chuckle. "You okay with staying here until it clears up?" I nodded, feeling my cheeks flush. "Yeah, that's fine." We tried to concentrate on our studies, but the storm grew fiercer, and then the power went out, plunging the room into darkness. I let out a small gasp, feeling a bit more vulnerable in the pitch black. Jason quickly found a flashlight and some candles, filling the room with a soft, warm light. "Don't worry, I've got it covered," he said, his confident tone easing my nerves. As the evening wore on, we talked about everything and anything, our textbooks forgotten. Jason's easygoing nature made me feel comfortable, and I found myself relaxing. The storm showed no signs of letting up, and Jason suggested I stay the night. "I don't think it's safe for you to go home in this weather," he said. "You can stay here tonight." My heart raced at the thought, but I nodded. "Okay, thank you." We gathered blankets and pillows, making a cozy bed on the floor. Jason lay down first, patting the spot next to him. "Come on, it's more comfortable if we share," he said with a wink. I hesitated for a moment before sliding in beside him, my body tense with nervous energy. Jason sensed my discomfort and wrapped an arm around me, pulling me close. "Hey, it's just me," he whispered, his breath warm against my ear. My heart pounded, but I found myself relaxing into his embrace. The sound of the rain and Jason's steady breathing were comforting. As the night wore on, our conversation turned softer, our voices barely above a whisper. At one point, a particularly loud clap of thunder startled me, and I instinctively buried my face in Jason's chest. He tightened his hold on me, his hand gently stroking my hair. "I've got you," he murmured. In the safety of his arms, my shyness began to melt away. I looked up at him, my eyes wide and vulnerable. Jason met my gaze, his confident demeanor softening as he leaned down to press a gentle kiss to my forehead. "Sleep, I'm right here," he whispered. I nodded, feeling a warmth spread through me that had nothing to do with the blankets. I nestled closer to him, my body fitting perfectly against his. As we lay there, wrapped up in each other, the storm outside seemed to fade into the background. By the time morning came, the storm had passed, leaving behind a clear, crisp day. I woke to find Jason still holding me, his face relaxed in sleep. I smiled softly, realizing that I had never felt more at peace. Jason stirred, his eyes fluttering open. He looked down at me and grinned. "Good morning," he said, his voice husky with sleep. "Good morning," I replied, my shyness returning but tempered by the warmth of his embrace. As we got up and started our day, I knew that something had shifted between us. The shy girl and the confident boy had found a connection that went beyond words, a bond that had been forged in the middle of a stormy night. And as we faced the world outside, we did so with the promise of many more nights spent in each other's arms.